Welcome back to Scots Take. I'm your host, Patrick Curry, joined with Natalie Labicki today on the tennis team. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited for the last show of the season. It's been a good run. So, kind of just getting into things. How did you get into tennis?
My father actually got me into tennis. He had a friend who owned a club back home, and I started taking lessons with him since I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah. So, what was your journey kind of like from starting at such a young age to playing in college here?
At first I didn't think much of it. I just practiced a few times a week with my coach and everything, and then as I kept going, I played throughout high school, and I loved my coaches there. And before coming here, I knew the coach that used to coach here, and I really liked him, and I came here, and I wanted to continue my tennis career here.
Okay, and what were your, practices or just like vibes in general like at, tennis practice?
Like here at Monmouth?
Yeah.
They were good. It's a small team, obviously, but we are all very close with each other, which makes practices a lot more fun and more enjoyable. And it's a lot of going back to the basics and figuring that out before moving on, which is very helpful. So,
do you think like having that smaller team helped with, making those connections and just feeling closer overall?
I definitely think so. Like even when I stepped foot on here, my first practice, I met one of my best friends here, and she was a senior. And she definitely made the greatest impact on my life here. But having the small team, we're all connected. We do things outside of tennis together, whether it's different sports or we go on team dinners or something.
Yeah, so what would you say kind of the mindset was like for you coming in as a freshman versus now being done as a senior?
Oh, I definitely came in scared freshman year. I definitely didn't think that I would be able to hold up to what it's like to be a college athlete. But the team welcomed me, and ever since then it's just like grown even more, and now I feel like how the seniors treated me my freshman year, that's what I try to do for the incoming people and show them the ropes, get them familiar with campus, and get them used to the team dynamic and everything.
Yeah, so I kind of just got some information that you were actually a dual athlete. You did lacrosse too. What was that kind of like?
It was a lot different than tennis. I played tennis my whole life, so I kind of knew that, but I've never played lacrosse, and I walked on my freshman year. We had probably 95% of the team was all walk-ons. But it was a lot of fun. I loved the girls, and I loved playing lacrosse, and it was a lot of fun. I was sad that it left, but it was a good sport to try, and I had some success with it too. So.
Yeah, what made you want to try lacrosse after saying that you've never played it before, and then just coming into college and ended up doing it?
Well, my freshman year, the senior that I met, she was actually a fifth year, and she played when she was here, and she was a walk-on her freshman year. And we were great friends, and she convinced me, so I was like, okay, for you, I'll do it. So I just joined the team.
All right, and what do you think are some of the more common misconceptions within tennis?
A lot of people like to say that tennis is easy or that we don't really do much, but I've proved a lot of people wrong with that too. People always say that, and then I will be like, okay, let's go try. And I take them to the tennis courts, and they finally realize that it's not as easy as it looks.
All right, what do you think is the hardest part of tennis?
One would be serves, because if you can't get that in, you're not going to be able to play. The other thing is it is 100% a mental game. If you are in your head or the slightest thing and you just get down on yourself, it's very hard to pick yourself back up. And you can tell, and even myself, I get in my own head and it affects my game.
Yeah. So what lessons do you think you've kind of taken from tennis?
To be patient with myself and to give myself a little grace. Yes, I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. The person I'm playing did, but it's okay, and it's a matter of what I do next or how I change my style of playing to come out on top.
Yeah. And what do you think you'll miss most about tennis since you are retired now?
I'm going to miss the team the most. I have grown great relationships with everybody on the team, and I miss seeing them even now. I miss seeing them, joking around with them, being at practices, and yes, sometimes I would goof off, but just the dynamic of being with them.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, my plans for the future, I'm going to be a teacher, and for now I'm going to go back home and teach, but I would really love to be a tennis coach somewhere preferably in a high school, but I would want to teach the younger generation about tennis and put all my wisdom onto them.
All right, thank you, Natalie, for coming on. I feel like, you should be very successful in your future. I can really see that, being something that you're really good at. So I just want to thank you for coming on today and, just taking the time to talk with me. And coming up next, me and Payton will be talking about a recap for intramural football. Welcome back from the break. I got Payton Crims with me here to talk about intramural flag football. So how do you feel?
I feel great, man. We had a lot of success. It was really fun. My team, led by team captain Tayshawn Ruffin, TP, he titled our team, put a K on it for some odd reason. So we went out there, had a good time, won a bunch of games. We ended up beating the team in the championship that was, beat us early in the season. So it was fun. At Wintrench. Yeah, it was good to get them back. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, so I believe your first game was against Wintrench. What was that kind of like as far as like setting the tone?
Yeah. So the first game, it was what they want to say, like a barn burner. It was very competitive. Yeah. It went late into the night. A lot of trash talking going back and forth. Wintrench is mostly made of freshman players, and then our team is a little older. We got a lot of juniors and seniors, so it's a little bit of class, competitiveness. But it was fun. We ended up losing by a couple of points down the stretch. We made a turnover late, but we kind of regrouped a little bit, and then to beat them in the championship, it felt pretty good. So.
Yeah, so how do you kind of feel about the entire intramural flag football process, with it being like a week-to-week thing where it's kind of like you get to see the rivalries brewing and everything?
Yeah, it was nice. It was just a four-week season. We had our break in between, so we didn't play a Monday, then we had the playoffs. So it was nice to have that, but definitely like the rivalries brew. Like we played them first week. Yeah. The next week we played the team out of Graham, and we had a good game with them as well. So it was nice to kind of build those little rivalries. It's all fun, it's all competitive, but at the end of the day, we came out on top, so that's all that mattered.
Yeah, so how do you feel the rest of your team kind of looked at that championship game just going into it?
Yeah, they were very, excited and very, excited to get out there and play. For me, I was kind of trying to stay poised a little bit. Obviously I was the quarterback a little bit, so I gotta tone it down a little bit and stay locked in. But the guys, we were very rowdy early in the game. Kevin got a pick early, got us going. We ended up scoring a touchdown right after that. So things like that, we definitely had a lot of energy. I would say that game felt like I was playing like a real football game, a real basketball game going into it, even though it was just intramurals and it was just for fun. But definitely it was a competitive aspect for it.
Yeah, so what would you say is your favorite part of just intramural football?
Ooh, my favorite part is definitely putting on the flags, man. Like just putting the flags on, going out there, play, and having a good time with my friends, people that I don't really get to talk to as much on the football team, and doing something different. Like obviously I play basketball, so that's kind of what I do all the time, but being able to play flag football, something different, something competitive. So yeah, just probably doing something different is what I liked a lot.
Yeah, and I was cameraman out there. I saw you had a couple of highlight plays. What's going through your head while you're out there on offense one play and then running back a interception the next play?
Yeah, I had a lot of success. Obviously, it was good to my teammates, but I just had fun with it. Getting an interception, taking it back to the house was cool. Then coming back, like you said, to throw a touchdown to Devon or whoever it was. But I just had fun with it. Yeah. I didn't try to celebrate too much, but I definitely had a couple celebrations in there. I tried to throw up the peace sign like Tyreek Hill on my one interception. So things like that, I just had fun with it. Obviously, like it's just for fun. No one's going to ask us, 10, 15 years now in football. So I enjoyed myself for those couple hours. So yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Payton, for, just taking the time to talk about the intramural flag football season. Congrats on the championship.
Yep, appreciate it. It was fun. Shout out to Wintrench. Y'all had a good season, but put a K on it, beat y'all this time, so that's all that matters.
All right, well, that's it for Scott's Take. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been great. I want to thank Professor Gobu, thank Payton Crims, thank everybody who's helped produce the show. And yeah, that's it for Scott's Take.
Come on, Kev.
Let me talk to them real quick, man. When you put a sorry ass, I can't curse, right?
No, you good.
And you've been making a few, little stops and everything. Hit the board. Oh, shit. Coach, how we feeling about that play?
Yeah! I told you, when we get serious out here. Yo.
Purchase your track today.
Man, Payton, how we feeling? Fumble! Oh my God. D-Money. How we feeling, man? You just told me before.
I told you, all you gotta do is look my way. You see what I got on me, bruh? No offense to the women.
What's she doing?
But I don't need those. Come on, you better catch it.
Oh my God. Oh, he gone. He gone. Damn, Vaughn. That's how we feeling?
Purchase your track today.
Oh my God. Oh my. Oh. No. Oh, he threw a flag.
The one ref, him right there.
Oh, okay.
He calling shit. He a bullshit ref.
Damn.
It's alright though.
Y'all gotta finish out this
second
game,
half
man.
Really my thing. You know, last game, second half.
Nah, I remember last. Nah. Oh shit. Nah. Damn, I think his hoodie ripped.
I think it's already real. Nah, P.
Yo, hey, this nigga
How we feeling, Rolf? How we feeling, Rolf? Vaughn, how y'all feeling?
Man, we gonna wear that bitch to the ball feeling like fucking money, nigga. I feel like fucking money, nigga. Ball fucking game, nigga, fucking money. 20 on top, 20 on bottom.
Listen, hey, they was talking hella shit, I ain't gonna lie. Win Church K, our name put a K on it for a reason. See y'all next time. Stop.